Bible in a Year Live, Chronological Project, Week 12, Day 8, Christian Standard Bible, Joshua's Inheritance. When they had finished distributing the land into its territories, the Israelites gave Joshua son of Nun an inheritance among them. By the Lord's command, they gave him the city Timnath-Serah in the hill country of Ephraim, which he requested. He built the city and lived in it. These were the portions that the priest Eleazar, Joshua son of Nun, and the family heads distributed to the Israelite tribes by lot at Shiloh in the Lord's presence at the entrance to the tent of meeting. So they finished dividing up the land. Cities of refuge. Then the Lord spoke to Moses. Tell the Israelites, select your cities of refuge, as I instructed you through Moses, so that a person who kills someone unintentionally or accidentally may flee there. These will be your refuge from the avenger of blood. When someone flees to one of these cities, stands at the entrance of the city gate, and states his case before the elders of that city, they are to bring him into the city and give him a place to live among them. And if the avenger of blood pursues him, they must not hand the one who committed manslaughter over to him, for he killed his neighbor accidentally and did not hate him beforehand. He is to stay in that city until he stands trial before the assembly and until the death of the high priest serving at that time. Then the one who committed manslaughter may return home to his own city from which he fled. So they designated Kedesh in the hill country of Naphtali in the Galilee, Shechem in the hill country of Ephraim, and Kiriath Arba, this is Hebron, in the hill country of Judah. Across the Jordan east of Jericho, they selected Bezer on the wilderness plateau from Reuben's tribe, Ramoth in Gilead from Gad's tribe, and Golan in Bashan from Manasseh's tribe. These are the cities appointed for all the Israelites and the aliens residing among them, so that anyone who kills a person unintentionally may flee there and not die at the hand of the avenger of blood until he stands before the assembly. Cities of the Levites. The Levite family heads approached the priest Eleazar, Joshua son of Nun, and the family heads of the Israelite tribes. At Shiloh, in the land of Canaan, they told them, the Lord commanded through Moses that we be given cities to live in with their pasture lands for our livestock. So the Israelites, by the Lord's command, gave the Levites these cities with their pasture lands for their inheritance. The lot came out for the Kohathite clans. The Levites, who were the descendants of the priest Aaron, received 13 cities by lot from the tribes of Judah, Simeon, and Benjamin. The remaining descendants of Kohath received 10 cities by lot from the clans of the tribes of Ephraim, Dan, and half the tribe of Manasseh. Gershon's descendants received 13 cities by lot from the clans of the tribes of Issachar, Asher, Naphtali, and half the tribe of Manasseh in Bashan. Merari's descendants received 12 cities for their clans from the tribes of Reuben, Gad, and Zebulun. The Israelites gave these cities with their pasture lands around them to the Levites by lot, as the Lord had commanded through Moses. Cities of Aaron's descendants. The Israelites gave these cities by names from the tribes of the descendants of Judah and Simeon to the descendants of Aaron from the Kohathite clans of the Levites, because they received the first lot. They gave them Kiriath Arba, that is Hebron. Arba was the father of Anak, with its surrounding pasture lands in the hill country of Judah. But they gave the fields and settlements of the city to Caleb, son of Jephunneh, as his possession. They gave to the descendants of the priest Aaron, Hebron, the city of refuge for the one who commits manslaughter, with its pasture lands, Libnah with its pasture lands, Jatir with its pasture lands, Eshtemoa with its pasture lands, Helon with its pasture lands, Debir with its pasture lands, Ain with its pasture lands, Juttah with its pasture lands, and Beth Shemesh with its pasture lands. 9 cities from these 2 tribes. From the tribes of Benjamin they gave Gibeon with its pasture lands, Gibeah with its pasture lands, Hanathoth with its pasture lands, Almon with its pasture lands. 4 cities. All 13 cities with their pasture lands were for the priests, the descendants of Aaron. Cities of Kohath's other descendants. The allotted cities to the remaining clans of Kohath's descendants, who were Levites, came from the tribes of Ephraim. The Israelites gave them Shechem, the city of refuge for the one who commits manslaughter, with its pasturelands in the hill country of Ephraim, Gezer with its pasturelands, Kibzaim with its pasturelands, Beth Horon with its pasturelands, 4 cities. From the tribe of Dan they gave Elteke with its pasturelands, Gibbethon with its pasturelands, Aijalon with its pasturelands, and Gathrimon with its pasturelands, 4 cities. From half the tribe of Manasseh they gave Tanakh with its pasturelands, and Gathrimon with its pasturelands, 2 cities. All 10 cities with their pasturelands were for the clans of Kohath's other descendants. Cities of Gershon's descendants. From half the tribe of Manasseh, they gave the descendants of Gershon, who were one of the Israelite clans, Golan, the city of refuge for the one who commits manslaughter, with its pasturelands in Bashan, and Beersheba with its pasturelands, 2 cities. From the tribe of Issachar they gave Kishion with its pasturelands, Daberath with its pasturelands, Jarmuth with its pasturelands, and En-Ganim with its pasturelands, 4 cities. From the tribe of Asher they gave Mishal with its pasturelands, Abdon with its pasturelands, Helkath with its pasturelands, and Rehob with its pasturelands, 4 cities. From the tribe of Naphtali they gave Kedesh in Galilee, the city of refuge for the one who commits manslaughter with its pasturelands, Hamath-dor with its pasturelands, and Kartan with its pasturelands, 3 cities. All 13 cities with their pasturelands were for the Gershonites by their clans. Cities of Merari's descendants. From the tribe of Zebulun they gave to the clan of the descendants of Merari, who were the remaining Levites, Jaconiam with its pasturelands, Karta with its pasturelands, Dimnah with its pasturelands, and Nahalal with its pasturelands, 4 cities. From the tribe of Reuben they gave Bezer with its pasturelands, Jaza with its pasturelands, Kedemoth with its pasturelands, Mephath with its pasturelands, 4 cities. From the tribe of Gad they gave Ramoth in Gilead, the city of refuge for the one who commits manslaughter, with its pasturelands, Mahanaim with its pasturelands, Heshbon with its pasturelands, and Jazer with its pasturelands, 4 cities in all. All 12 cities were allotted to the clans of Merari's descendants, the remaining Levite clans. Within the Israelite possession, there were 48 cities in all with their pasturelands for the Levites. Each of these cities had its own surrounding pasturelands. This was true for all the cities. The Lord's promises fulfilled. So the Lord gave Israel all the land he had sworn to give their ancestors, and they took possession of it and settled there. The Lord gave them rest on every side according to all he had sworn to their ancestors. None of their enemies were able to stand against them, for the Lord handed over all their enemies to them. None of the good promises the Lord had made to the house of Israel failed. Everything was fulfilled. Settlements of the Levites. These were the places assigned to Aaron's descendants from the Kohathite family for their settlements in their territories, because the first lot was for them. They were given Hebron in the land of Judah and its surrounding pasturelands, but the fields and settlements around the city were given to Caleb son of Jephunneh. Aaron's descendants were given Hebron, a city of refuge, Libnah and its pasturelands, Jatir, Eshtemoa and its pasturelands, Hilion and its pasturelands, Debir and its pasturelands, Ashan and its pasturelands, and Beth Shemesh and its pasturelands. From the tribe of Benjamin they were given Geba and its pasturelands, Alimeth and its pasturelands, and Anathoth and its pasturelands. They had 13 towns in all among their families. To the rest of the Kohathites, 10 towns from half the tribe of Manasseh were assigned by lot. The Gershonites were assigned 13 towns from the tribes of Issachar, Asher, Naphtali, and Manasseh in Bashan according to their families. The Merarites were assigned by lot 12 towns from the tribes of Reuben, Gad, and Zebulun according to their families. So the Israelites gave these towns and their pasturelands to the Levites. They assigned by lot the towns named above from the tribes of the descendants of Judah, Simeon, and Benjamin. Some of the families of the Kohathites were given towns from the tribe of Ephraim for their territory. Shechem, a city of refuge, with its pasture lands, in the hill country of Ephraim, Gezer and its pasture lands, Jokmeam and its pasture lands, Beth Horon and its pasture lands, Ajalon and its pasture lands, and Gathrimmon and its pasture lands. From half the tribe of Manasseh, Aner and its pasture lands, Bileam and its pasture lands were given to the rest of the family of the Kohathites. The Gershonites received Golan in Bashan and its pasture lands, Ashtoreth and its pasture lands from the families of the half-tribe of Manasseh. From the tribe of Issachar they received Kedesh and its pasture lands, Deberath and its pasture lands, Ramoth and its pasture lands, and Anem and Anem and its pasture lands. From the tribe of Asher they received Mashal and its pasture lands, Abdon and its pasture lands, Hukok and its pasture lands, Rehob and its pasture lands. From the tribe of Naphtali they received Kedesh in Galilee and its pasture lands, Hammon and its pasture lands, and Kiriath-Aim and its pasture lands. The rest of the Merarites received. From the tribe of Zebulun they received Ramono and its pasture lands, Tabor and its pasture lands. From the tribe of Reuben across the Jordan at Jericho, to the east of the Jordan they received Bezer in the desert and its pasture lands, Jaza and its pasture lands, Kedemoth and its pasture lands, Mephath and its pasture lands. From the tribe of Gad they received Ramoth in Gilead and its pasture lands, Mahanaim and its pasture lands, Heshbon and its pasture lands, and Gazer and its pasture lands.